Welcome to today's courtroom drama where one man stands on the edge of a major life decision. With charges of criminal mischief and assault of a family member, Mr. Jenkins is about to face the consequences of his actions. But here's the twist. Is he ready to change, or will he continue down the dangerous path that could lead him to even more trouble? Stick around as we break down this tense exchange, full of tough choices, tough love, and some unexpected twists. Will he go for probation and keep his record clean, or does he opt for time served, which could haunt him for life? You're not going to want to miss this one.
The right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir. Did you get the constanters?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
On April 2nd, 2025, Harris County Council's officer dispatched from assault in progress. The officer arrived and observed the complaining witness and assault fighting. The officer made contact with the complaining witness and stated that he and the defendant were in a dating relationship. The complaining witness stated that they got into an argument inside the gas station when the defendant punched him in the face, causing pain, and proceeded to punch him several more times before the complaining witness started to fight back.
Hold up. Here's where the drama amps up. The complaining witness claims Mr. Jenkins punched him multiple times, starting inside a gas station, leading to serious pain. And then it escalates into a full-on fight. This isn't just a misunderstanding, it's a physical altercation. This is real, raw, and it's going to be tough to prove self-defense here. What do you think? Should Mr. Jenkins be held responsible for what went down, or does he have a valid defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Where are you living?
Everywhere.
This is not a good way to go through life, Mr. Bonds. You know, you're begging for trouble. When you're living on the streets, it's an extremely hard life that ends.
And just like that, the judge determines there's enough probable cause to move forward. Now, what does this mean? It means that the judge believes there's enough evidence to warrant formal charges. The wheels of justice are in motion, and this is a critical moment. But here's a question for you. When do we draw the line between self-defense and assault? Let us know what you think in the comments.
That you probably, at this juncture in your life, have no one in this world that is willing to probably.
Here's where the judge takes a personal approach. He's not just discussing criminal charges, he's talking about Mr. Jenkins' life. Living on the streets isn't the way to go. Strong words, but sometimes tough love is what's needed. The judge is giving Mr. Jenkins a chance to turn things around, but it's up to him to take that first step. This moment reminds us all, choices today can shape the rest of your life. And when you're standing at a crossroads, which path will you choose?
Don't be a danger to my streets, and don't have contact with this complaining witness. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you need resources, a place to stay.
Now here's where things get intense. The judge is offering resources to help Jenkins, food, shelter, even a phone, but will he take it? The tough love continues, and here's the big question. Should Mr. Jenkins take advantage of these resources, or is he too far gone at this point? Let's hear your take. Should the court offer more help, or is it up to the individual to help themselves?
Reaching out to the microphone, please.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you sign a receipt, Victoria. You are going to meet with Felicia for your bond conditions, then I'll have you take your seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer.
I'm just learning for myself too.
Ready?
I'm ready to approach, Judge.
What's up?
I got Mr. Jenkins' TRAS results.
Oh, how is Mr. Jenkins?
I feel like we have to talk every time we have some business with him.
This is where things get real for Mr. Jenkins. The judge warns him about the danger of picking up additional charges. The stakes are high. If Jenkins continues down this path, he's looking at a felony charge and potentially years in prison. This is a chilling moment. Do you think he understands just how much his actions could cost him in the long run?
However, Mr. Jenkins was asking me about a time served. And so he has 2 months of credit since he's been in, I guess, totaling the previous attorney that was on the case and then my time with him. And then
Time served just to get out, right?
Well, the time
yes or
served
no?
because
Yes or no?
Just to get out. Just to get out.
I don't just want to get out. I feel like I learned my lesson. When I committed the crime at first, I didn't know that I would be charged with anything. I didn't know that I would be sitting in jail, but now I know that I have consequences for my actions. I can go about my life differently. I feel like I learned my lesson.
So why not probation? Probation, if you complete it.
Because
Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it, you don't have a conviction.
Because I feel like probation, you're not really free. A lot of people go on probation and they're back in jail because
The only reason they would be in jail is because they don't comply. We don't put people in jail for shits and giggles, man. You have rules that you have to follow. When you follow rules, when you follow the rules and when you do what you're supposed to do, good things happen. And the good thing with you is if you complete it and they end up not as convictions, you may be able to seal it in the future so that no one.
Decision time. Mr. Jenkins is at a major crossroads and his future is in the balance. The judge offers him two choices, time served or probation with a chance to clear his record. So here's the big question. Should he take the time served or should he take a chance with probation and work to keep a clean slate? What would you do in this situation? Drop your thoughts below.
Stay at a shelter. They're not going to let you stay with these kind of priors, man. You know, every time you pick up a case, it's going to hurt you in a certain way. It may not be now. It may not be tomorrow. It may be in 2 years when you least expect it and when you really need whatever you're trying to do.
Here's where Mr. Jenkins gets a little short-sighted. He wants to go for time served, thinking it'll get him out faster. But the consequences of a guilty plea are real. A conviction could haunt him forever, making it harder to get a job or housing. It's a tough choice, and sometimes the easiest option isn't the best one. What would you do in his shoes? Go for freedom now, or choose the hard road with a cleaner future?
Get out.
Yes.
Either way, you will get out today.
Okay. If I had a decision between the two, I would take time served.
You wouldn't want the probation to try to keep it off your record?
No, sir.
He's probably got enough back time regardless. So, how much back time has he got?
15.
Jenkins.
I didn't check his credits. I don't know.
It's got to be at least a month, I would say, at least. Being short-sighted and not considering your future can really hurt you, Mr. Jenkins.
I am considering my future.
Finish, brother. Please, Judge.
I am considering my future. I know exactly what I'm.
At this point, the judge brings it back to the big picture, Mr. Jenkins' future. It's clear that Jenkins' actions have alienated his family, leaving him without a support system. It's a stark reminder. Life can be incredibly difficult when you don't have people in your corner. The judge's advice here is tough but necessary. How often do we see people making the same mistakes and cutting off those who could help them? Food for thought.
Giving you a PR bond today to give you the chance to finish or try to do this probation to keep it off your record. I will
Not
give
time
you
served.
either way. If you want the time served, you can have it. It's on you. But once you get that conviction, there's no turning back.
I understand. And then I'll be let out today if I do the time served.
I'm going to let you out either way. But I'm telling you, it's a bad idea to do the time served. And I think that it's a better idea for you to do the deferred adjudication, probation, to try to keep it off your record.
I'd rather do the time served, sir.
Okay?
Yeah. I mean, there,
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink, as the saying goes.
just for the record, Judge, the reason why I said it's a deferred, because the probation was interpreted as one way for him. I told him about the deferred, the super way, we call it supervision, in order to get his record potentially sealed and potential benefits that could happen with that, perhaps an early termination if he was going along the great path and following whatever had been recommended to him by the TRES. Talking about his future and everything associated with having now 2 convictions on his record if he takes the time served, what that.
We've reached the final stretch. The plea deal is on the table, but once Mr. Jenkins pleads guilty, there's no going back. That's the reality of the justice system. The conviction stays with you for life. The judge is urging him to take probation, but Mr. Jenkins is sticking with his choice of time served. This decision will have consequences far beyond today, and unfortunately, it may not be clear to him yet how much it will impact his future.
That if you continue with the same course of conduct within a certain amount of time, they can also hit you with a felony. You could potentially be looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. So I will do whatever you want to do, Mr. Jenkins. If you want to do the probation, which I think what you should do to try to keep it off your record, I'll take off all the fees. You won't owe any money. Is it 2 classes?
Yes, sir.
Just 2 classes, and that's it.
For a year?
What's it? I'll take you off early. You know, if you do well, after some time, show me that you're not using any dope or alcohol, I'll take you off early.
Time served.
Okay?
I did not realize he had timed out, so that's all.
Okay?
So we'll bring him back tomorrow to do it?
No, do it right now.
Are we doing that today?
Right now. Yeah, there's no sense in holding it for that. All right, Mr. Jenkins, I don't agree with what you're doing today, but far be it from me to really tell you what to do.
Here it is, the final piece of advice. The judge warns that life without family, education, and a stable job is a difficult one. And that's a truth we often overlook in these cases. Mr. Jenkins is facing a hard road ahead, but the judge is trying to make sure he knows just how serious it is. No matter how much the judge tries to help, it all comes down to the decisions Jenkins makes next. Will he take responsibility for his actions, or will he continue down a path of destruction?
With no education, no job, no money, there's only so far you can get in life. That's why you have parents. That's why you have family to kind of help you out when you're down. But when you alienate them by continually doing things to mess up the relationship, it's not good. When you get out, try to mend those relationships so that they can somehow be back in your life and use them as a positive, role model, or try to get some help. Tell them that you need help so that they will help you or somehow, but mend that relationship, because it's going to kill you. The last thing we want to see is you going out there becoming so desperate. You do something that lands you with a felony, or you're looking at 25 to life. Really, life's too short to spend. You now stand charged with 2 counts of terroristic threat. The agreement that you have worked out is they're going to dismiss one of those terroristic threats in exchange for your plea on the other one. The agreement is 180 days in jail, credit for the 71 days that 69, right?
One case was 71, the other one was 69.
Do you want me to put, is this against the advice of counsel, or what do you think?
Well, Judge, I just wanted to put that I can suggest, I told him how this would, one thing I did want to put, for you to explain to him is this cannot be expunged off his record. He had a question about that. I told him it could not be.
I've been continually telling you, when you plead guilty, it goes on your record and it will be a conviction for life. You can never take this off. You can never buyer's remorse saying, hey, you know what, I want to return this because I don't like it. It's not targeted. You sure you want to do this?
Sorry. Yeah, it was against our recommendation.
I am willing to let you out today to do the probation, to keep it off your record. No, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no turning around and fighting this. You also need to understand that from now on, any new cases that you pick up, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Also, you have no one in this life that is going to bond you out. So when you get out there, if you make a boneheaded decision, you will be stuck like Chuck, like you see now. So make good decisions. If you want anything, come back. I have Shatori here, who's amazing that we can get you resources, place to stay, food to eat, a tablet, a cell phone. If you want something, come back and we can help you out. You understand? Good luck. Or how do you plead, Mr. Jenkins? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Good luck, Blake.
Judge,